I am so excited for the first ever guest of Think You Know.
I know I have a thick skin, like comments are not gonna get to me, either positive or negative.
Is the twin telepathy thing real?
True.
It is.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm a foodie person. I love restaurants. I love to dress up. I love to go out.
did you apply directly to the show? You weren't scouted for it?
They reach out to me.
Just the thought of, never seeing them, never even talking. I'm like, that's crazy.
It's not like we're just gonna go, we're gonna have a relationship and that's it. The end goal is to get married.
When you guys especially were at the resort, because you were in the separate rooms, were the only times you met up with the person you were with, was they always on camera?
Yeah, I was owed an apology for so many things, not only that, but I didn't get it. Or I got it late because of one thing. You move on,
Yeah. The bill comes and he suggests splitting it.
This. Oh, no. No way.
Welcome to Think You Know. I'm Emma, your hostess with the mostess, some may say. I am so excited for the first ever guest of Think You Know. She has made headlines globally. She has been on all of our screens. We have all spoken about her. She is my favourite half of the Moroccan couple from Love is Blind. We have Haja with us today. Cue round of applause. Thank you, editors. Really appreciate it. Haja, thank you so much for joining me today. How are you doing?
I'm really good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How have things been?
Stressful.
Hectic.
Like up and down. Like at first, before getting into this, I was like, I know I have a thick skin. Like comments are not gonna get to me, either positive or negative. Like all the heat and everything. But believe me, it does get to you. It does affect you. You feel overwhelmed.
Wow.
You start checking the comments and everything, and you get that energy. But thankfully, because I'm someone positive, and I always try to like close the gates of hate or like negative comments or anything, and I try to work out, like sweat the negativity. So I am not really getting really in a bad space. So I'm trying to stay in the positive side and everything.
Love this.
But overall, good/stressful.
Of course, we're going to talk about the show, but I want to learn a little bit more about you as a person. One thing I have to say to Netflix, you didn't tell us anything about these people. So you're Moroccan, that was mentioned, I don't know how many times in the show. We're well aware that that's where you're from, but whereabouts in Morocco are you from? Talk to me a little about your hometown, your home life growing up. What was it like for you?
I grew up in Morocco, Casablanca. I left in Casablanca, I think, up to 12. Then we moved to another city. It's a small city in Morocco. And then right after I finished high school, I moved to Dubai.
Oh.
But my entire childhood, I had a good childhood, like stable family and everything. It was lovely, happy. I used to fight a lot with my twin.
You mentioned you had a twin on the show. Identical twins? So there's two of you?
No,
non-identical?
Where everything is different in us.
No,
like the physique, the character, everything. Like when we were really young, I was the calm one and she was the hyper one. And up to 16, it switched.
Really?
I became really the hyper one. She became the calm one, like more attached to my family and like especially to my mom. And I was the one like getting the touch, So literally it flipped
Yeah.
But like how twins are. Oh, you bought her this. Why not me? Oh, she's wearing pink. Why not me? Just stage down. My mom, she used to dress us the same.
No, exactly. Just two of everything. Halas, easy.
She cannot anymore.
Stop.
It's hard to have a twin when you're young. But once you grow up and you're more mature, it's beautiful.
Is the twin telepathy thing real?
True.
It is.
Yeah.
You know what each other's thinking, what you're feeling, all of that. And so you moved here to Dubai. Did you move here on your own?
I moved here because of a friend. So basically I was supposed to go to France, but then my papers got delayed and university acceptance letter, they were like, we're gonna, take it back because we have other people and you're coming late. So I was like, I'm gonna do nothing this semester and apply for next semester. And then I have a friend who came here that used to study with me in high school. She was like, why not come and do a semester here, And if you don't like it, you can still transfer credit and go whatever you want. Because I always wanted to study abroad. No way for me was me studying in Morocco.
Hmm.
Not because I have something against Morocco, but I want to, that feeling.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I had that itch. That's why I moved to Dubai. I did it a bit late though. I only moved 2 years ago at 29. I'm just like, I'm so mad I didn't do it sooner.
Yeah. At first, my family were like, no, because like back that time, a lot of people used to go to Europe to study, but not to Dubai.
Hmm.
So her family convinced my family, and then I came. The first 6 months, they were difficult for me because like the culture was different,
Yep.
like all my life I had one culture, and then boom, you come to like a city where there is a lot of cultures,
Yeah.
and then you have to fit in everything, especially in uni. So first 6 months weren't easy, I mean, culture-wise, but then after that, up till now, I don't see myself anywhere else in the world. No way.
What
Dubai is
was
Dubai, Dubai, Dubai.
Yeah. What was your life like in Morocco before you moved? So you said you were born and raised in Casablanca and then you moved into a small city. So was it like farmland? Was it, big city living? Was it sort of one of those, everybody knows everybody? What was the sort of lifestyle you were living there before you then came over to Dubai with even 10 years ago? Obviously, Dubai's had a lot of changes in the last 10 years, but
True.
there's still a lot that was going on back
It
then.
was a city far from Casablanca, an hour. I would say small. You can literally walk it.
Really? Oh, so you went from like the big bells and
Yeah.
whistles of Casablanca to like this little
Yeah.
rural.
I wouldn't say everyone knows everyone, but the big families know the big families.
Got you.
Yeah, like you could not miss anyone there.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so it was for my mom it was so hard because like all her friends and family are back in Casablanca and we're new in the city. It's not like us, we can make friends in school and everything. So for my mom it was a bit hard, but for us with school friends it was good.
Yeah.
Like every weekend we would go back to Casablanca for sure. Like
Yeah.
every weekend we have to go to feel the city life and everything.
Yes, it's only an hour away. It's like living in Abu Dhabi and then coming up to Dubai for the weekend, isn't it? You can sort of have the two
True.
different lives if you want.
Same thing, because my dad decided to go and build a house there.
Oh, nice.
And he's from that city.
Okay.
And he has a farm close by as well. So he was like,
lovely.
I want to be close to the farm and I want to build my own house. And that city wasn't as polluted as Casablanca, like more clean, fresh air. That's why it was like, no, I wanna be there. At first, it was hard for us, like from this to this, but then you get used to it,
Especially at 12, I feel like that's a really awkward age. You're just turning into your teens. You're trying to figure out who you are, and now you've moved from like the big city to the small town. Were you guys were there like, oh, the big city girls are here, or was everybody quite nice at school?
I think they were nice. I don't think they mentioned like at that age it wasn't really a big
Good.
difference that they're coming from big city or anything. But it was easy because of the friends I had at high school. Like they made it easy for us to not
Good.
feel, that we're missing out or anything.
Love this. And you mentioned you were going to go to a school in France.
Yeah.
So in Morocco, you spoke English, French, and Arabic, all
Yes.
three languages.
Yes. And some schools they speak Spanish as well.
Yes, because you mentioned on the show if you were to have kids, you'd want them to go to a French school and maybe a Spanish school as well. Why do you want the extra spin of the Spanish on there?
I find it attractive. Like when they speak, I just love
Muy
it.
bien.
Yeah. Like I wish I can speak it. Like I really want to take classes and everything, but I find that cute. Like when you see someone speaking it, it's cute. Even French. Like when someone speaks French, I find it cute. Like these two languages, they mean to me a lot. English is English,
No offense to me. I get you though. I learned French in school, so je parle français petit, mon français ne bon. But I think when you're born and raised as an English speaker, you realize, or I guess a lot of people don't realize how ignorant they are, because I don't have to learn another language. I don't actually have to. I come here, everybody wants to practice their English on me, and as much as I'd love to learn more, and I am learning Arabic, we're going to talk about Arabic a little bit later, Araf Arabi Shway, I'm getting there. I still don't need to, because you can get away with it. So it's incredible that you've been brought up with all three languages and you're trying to put the extra one in there as well. What is your first language? What's like your mother tongue? Is it Arabic? Is it French?
Yeah.
Arabic's your first mother tongue. So when you moved to Dubai 10 years ago, obviously a lot has changed in those last 10 years, but you mentioned on the show a lot about the lifestyle that you live here in Dubai. So you've come from, you started off in Casablanca, move to your more rural town, then you come to the bells and whistles and the glitz and glam of Dubai. So how did you go through all of these different phases, and how have you found the lifestyle over here, and what is it that draws you in to Dubai so much?
At first, like when I was a teenager, I used like every weekend to go out to places that they are known, in Casablanca. So kind of I started that lifestyle of going out when I was really, really young.
Mm-hmm.
That's why at this age, for me, like quality time and quality places and quality people mean to me a lot than just going out anywhere, because I did that at a young age.
Mm-hmm.
When I came to Dubai, especially in uni where you see different culture, different nationalities, like, like you just want to shine.
Yeah.
So shining by doing what? Like, like wearing different clothes, trying new places, trying the high places and everything. And that was something I was even passionate about. I'm a foodie person. I love restaurants. I love to dress up. I love to go out. It was in my character, and I think Dubai just helped, like putting it more,
bring that out of you a
yeah.
little bit more. So talk me through, if I was to ask you, Hajar, I'm in Dubai for a weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, what would your perfect Dubai itinerary be for me?
I would stay in a Nassim hotel.
Pardon?
Nassim Hotel.
Nassim, what's that?
The one in next to Mina Salam Hotel.
Oh, okay.
That would be my favorite hotel.
Yeah.
Or I would say at the Bulgari, but Nassim more. And then I would do the restaurants there, like Il Boro.
Nice.
Amazing. Like spend the day by the beach. Sunset time I would go Shimmers or like Somersault. And then evening I would go Il Boro. The next day I would do a beach day at Bulgari.
Nice.
And then evening time I would do, before that I can do a massage at Yang Yang.
Ooh.
And then evening time I would do dinner in Gaia.
I've not been to Gaia.
Oh, it's amazing.
Is it worth it?
Even Gaia, my fare is amazing.
Nice. Okay.
Amazing. And then Sunday, I'm going to go for breakfast.
Ooh.
Phuket.
Ooh.
And then I'm going to do lunch by the beach. Let me see, where will I go? Saul, Burj Al Arab. I love it so much.
Oh, nice.
And what will I do later? Maybe chill.
Nice.
I did
no
enough.
Shopping. Dubai is food and beach.
Shopping. Good.
What's your favorite mall in Dubai?
Dubai Mall. I live in a
the
tower.
OG Dubai Mall.
Connected to Dubai Mall. So I think every day I'm in Dubai Mall.
No,
like literally every day.
You're a braver person than me.
Yeah.
Dubai Mall does have everything, but I have to admit, I'm a Dubai Hills Mall girlie. It's missing a few key shops, but I like Dubai Hills Mall.
I love Dubai Hills Mall a lot. I feel
so
it's more family, calm. You can go, casual and everything. But for me, Dubai Mall, it's like next to my house. Like literally, I press P6, I take the bridge, and I am there. Like
amazing.
That's why Dubai Mall
on your
means to me.
doorstep.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice and easy.
Yeah.
We love this. So we're going to move on to Love is Blind, which I think everybody is here for, but I actually am really nosy and I really wanted to learn about you. Did you apply directly to the show? You weren't scouted for it?
They reached out to me.
Oh, they did?
How? I have no idea. Like it was 2 years ago when they started recruiting. So.
Not that long?
Yeah. So I can't really remember how it started.
And one thing that I've been learning a lot about the show, because I've made a fair amount of content about it, I know that you've seen, because that's how we started talking. One thing that I'm seeing a lot in the comments is, there's certain types of Arab people that will go onto the show. I made a video about, there's no hijabis, and people go, you'll never see a hijabi on a show like that. So talk to me just a little bit more about, dating, if that's how you want to call it, in the Arab world when you add a reality show onto that. What do you have to say to the people who are like, only a certain type of the community will go onto a show like this?
First of all, the show wasn't like dating. Like the purpose was to get married.
Okay.
That's why in an Arab world it would be accepted. It's not like we're just we're gonna have a relationship and that's it. The end goal is to get married. That's why like no one was against the show. And that's why I even went to the show. Like I would never go to a dating show just to date,
Got you.
I would go there to get married. Like I wouldn't say that specific people were chosen, because I don't think that even if they suggested this to a hijabi girl would say yes, because I think people would be like, oh, you know, like some people can judge which is wrong and attack you and everything. You have hijab, why would you go and everything? But she's going to get married, like she's not going to date.
True.
But
Yes.
I think, I'm not sure if it's true or not, or everyone believes the same. Maybe people would get scared to get attacked, so they would rather be on the safe side.
Got you.
I think that would be the reason.
Understood. And had you watched Love is Blind before, the US
Yeah.
versions and stuff like that? So in the US and the UK versions, you know, when they go out and they're coupled up and they meet, you know, everybody, they're like, oh, I went on a date with you. But you don't consider those conversations in the pods as dates the way that the Western people view them as a date.
We would consider them as getting to know each
It's just
other.
a conversation.
Because even if we weren't in the show and someone wanna get married, they would come and meet the family, get to know the person,
Got you.
spend more time with the person that they're gonna get married with and everything. So it's the same thing, you know, except that they're not on a show.
Understood.
We have to, you know, meet the family. So it's like the same thing that you've seen in the show would happen in reality, like, but like how would I say it? They would meet the family first, then the person.
Understood.
Probably.
Yep. Okay.
Then meet the person, then the family.
One thing that I and a lot of Westerners really loved about Love is Blind Habibi was, and forgive my brushness here, the lack of sex. No tonguing when you meet each other, separate rooms when you're at the resort. You know, that's something that has definitely made me rethink the Western versions of the show and how that physical intimacy is so pushed onto people from the moment they've met. You know, for all intents and purposes, this is a stranger. You've spoken to them, but you're meeting them in real life. So because of that, when you guys especially were at the resort, because you were in the separate rooms, were the only times you met up with the person you were with, was they always on camera? Because in the Western show, there's a lot of stuff that happens behind the scenes because they're sharing the rooms.
Yeah, so basically they made sure that, you know, like we're only meeting when other people are there, because at the end we're Arabs, you know, they have to make sure that everything is going, you know, the appropriate way and everything. We wouldn't like be going into each other's rooms, and no, like we would only meet, you know, like when we're filming something or with everyone else, you know. We wouldn't just be alone and spend cozy time. That wouldn't happen, because at the end we're Arabs, like.
Got you.
And they made sure that this doesn't happen, you know, which is good. Like that was one of the reasons why I went, because I asked like, how was it going to be, like open, not open? Because I know my family wouldn't like that, like that extreme. But yeah, like once they said no, make sure like it's gonna be as per our traditional culture and everything, it was a push for me to go, and they made sure that this is happening. So it was nothing behind the scene that they were hiding or no.
Do you think the show represented the relationship or marriage process in the Arab world well? Do you think that, especially for a show that's very Western coded, you know, this is the first Arab spin-off of the show, do you think that they were able to, you know, meet the customs and the traditions in a way that both respected the traditions but also still engaged with that Western audience?
I think they did a good job, because arranged marriage long time back used to be the same. You didn't used to see the person. You used to talk to the person, meet the family, and then get married. So you will literally get to know the person after getting married. That was long time back. So somehow they took the same idea, get to know the person, meet the family, and then get married. It's the same thing. And it was also in a short time, the same as in the show. Because long time back, they're not going to give a 1 year of getting to know them. You get literally to know the person when you get married.
So,
which is some, like, if you think of it, long time back, marriages last. Not like now, like the divorce rate is so high. So I think that was the reason, getting to know after getting married. But nowadays everything changed. Like personally, I would like to get to know the person before getting married.
Same here. I've got a lot of respect for people who see my culture and traditions are very different to yours, but just the thought of, you know, never seeing them, never even talking, I'm like, that's crazy. But again, it's just a different world. What works for you is what works for you.
But at least with the show, you get to know, you get to see, meet family, and then get married. So they gave you the chance to literally do everything.
Okay, very good. So talking about the show, obviously you had a few very memorable moments of the show. One of them was how you and your what would you refer to your ex as? Is he an ex fiance? What would technically be the term actually?
I'm trying to come with something nice. Okay.
Should we just say ex for the sake of the podcast?
Ex-fiance sounds too much serious.
Sounds very, very formal, doesn't it? Like it's very official. But you hadn't met your family by then, so I don't think it counts as an ex-fiance.
No, yeah, I would say with the guy you were with.
With the guy you were with. Okay, perfect. We'll go with that. So the guy you were with had a very viral altercation with another cast member, and then the next day, from what looks like, you were due to meet for breakfast, and then he didn't show up. Talk to me a little bit about what is going through your head at that time when the producers say he's not coming.
A lot of people, they think he was like staged or something. Like, no, I was literally shocked. Like,
that was all real, 100%.
Yeah.
Wow.
But the bad thing is that people think he left me on national television, but that's not the truth. Like, he left because he couldn't swallow his pride because of the fight with the other guy, you know? That's the real reason, but it wasn't shown. It was shown like, oh, he left her in the middle of the road. And that was upsetting for me because that's literally not the truth.
Yep.
But, you know, you learn and you go.
Every day's a school day, that's what I say. And then this got brought up again at the reunion. And, you know, he was asked if you were owed an apology. It was very clear he didn't think that you did. Do you think you are owed an apology, and do you think you'll ever get it?
He did give me one, by the way, in a live.
He did?
Yeah.
Oh, in a live? Oh, gosh, I missed that. I'm so sorry.
He did.
Oh, fantastic. Well done.
He said, I am only sorry because I left without giving a reason.
Okay.
That was the apology. I don't find it genuine because he had the chance to say it at the reunion, but he didn't. So literally, he waited till he saw what people are saying, and then he threw it out there to win people's balls, you know? Like,
okay.
So for me, I respect it, but I'm not gonna accept it because you had chance to say it in front of millions of people, and he said no.
Yeah.
She should apologize as well, which is ridiculous, you know. So yeah, I was owed an apology for so many things, not only that, but I didn't get it, or I got it late because of one thing. You move on, you know.
Yeah.
Like, it's not even worth to keep talking about that. Like, I met him for a short time of period, so it's not really affecting on me that much.
So one thing that I was really surprised about on the show, and I know plenty of people were as well, was the fashion that the women were wearing, because mashallah, you all look beautiful, incredible outfits. When I think of the Arab world, I definitely think of women in a lot more covered clothing. Can you talk to us a little bit more about what the modern Arab woman is? You know, what your style is? How does that sort of represent you and your community?
First, I think everyone represent themselves. Like, they wouldn't represent like a whole thing. And I think fate is within us, not in the way we dress or anything. But in 2024, I think we're more open, I would say, or I am more open. I love to dress up. I love fashion, you know, so I try to always dress up in a nice way and try different, you know, outfits and everything. I wouldn't say that every Arab is open or they would dress up the way I am, but as I said, like, everyone represents themselves. Like, I represent myself with the way I dress, and everyone else, like, as cast, you know, in the show, they would represent themselves. But this doesn't reflect on the whole Arab people, you know. Till now, you can see people like covered with hijab, you know, like abaya or whatsoever, you know. So I would again say everyone represent themselves.
Love this.
We don't represent everything, but a lot of people are open-minded now.
So you are a very proud Moroccan woman. Like I said, it was mentioned on the show countless times. I think I'd lost track. Like I said earlier, I've been learning Arabic, and one thing that I have been taught is the fact that there are so many different dialects within the Arabic language. Morocco and the Moroccan dialect specifically gets brought up as one of the most distinct dialects. So I'm watching Love is Blind Habibi several times because I'm trying to learn the language, but also try to distinct between the two dialects. What can I listen out for where I can suddenly go, oh, that's a Moroccan person speaking?
Oh, it's hard.
Mm.
Like, I think you have to be an Arab to be able to distinguish the difference. But like, if like you are English, you know, I think it's gonna be hard for you to just listen and be like, this is Moroccan. But like, there are some words that if you hear would say this is Moroccan. Like, for example, if you hear Barsha means like Tunisian, you know?
Barsha.
Yeah, like too much. If you
Too
hear
much. Okay. Oh, Barsha. It's too much. Barsha.
Bizzaf, or like if you hear
Bizzaf.
a wheelie, then it's Moroccan.
Okay.
Some words you would definitely say, okay, this is Morocco.
Yeah.
But like, if you listen to a full sentence, as someone who's not Arab, I think it's gonna be hard to say, oh, this is Moroccan. But some words with Morocco, Tunisia, Algeria, whatsoever, you know?
Yeah, because my man's Arab, and within 5 words, he could tell where all of you were from.
Yeah.
I was like, how have you done that? And he's just like, and it hadn't even come up with your names or where you were from. It was just like, oh, she's from here or he's from here. And I was like, how have you got that? It was like, you can just tell. Like,
I think you have the same thing in the UK, like different accents. I think you would get to know. I wouldn't get to know. It would be like English.
But I think the difference with accents is that we're speaking a very similar, or like 99% the same language, whereas from what I understand, the dialects can be quite different.
Irish people, I can never understand those. I would be like, please slow motion or like subtitles.
You need someone from Scotland, from like Glasgow. Their accent is
it's so
insane.
Hard. It makes me feel I know no English.
So if someone was watching the show and, like me, they're a big fan of yours, they want to learn a little bit more about where you're from, what recommendations can you give us to learn a little bit more about Morocco, whether that be film, music, restaurant, sort of what is sort of like your top Moroccan picks for people to deep dive into?
For restaurants in Dubai, I would suggest Tagine in one and only Royal Mirage.
Tagine.
Mirage.
Ooh, lovely.
Amazing. You would get to see people, you know, playing the Moroccan instrument, doing a bit of songs. The food, you would see like how people are dressed, like the waiters and everything, the service people. So you'd get to touch a bit the culture. You would see like some decor there, reflecting the culture. I think that would be a good place to go.
It's nice and authentic.
Yeah. Tagine is one of my best whenever I feel like I'm missing home. And then
what are you ordering from Tagine? What's your go-to?
The first favorite dish is
your
couscous.
Eyes.
Oh, yeah, I'm hungry. I want to eat. And by the way, speaking of couscous, for us in Morocco, Friday is a holiday.
Okay.
Is a day where you have to cook couscous and all the family gathers together.
No
and
way.
After the prayers, like you eat the couscous. So couscous day.
And what else? What sort of film or TV shows or music can people listen to get a better idea of sort of like the Moroccan culture?
Music, I would say Tarab al-Andalusi reflects a lot on like the culture of Morocco. Films, I've seen recently a film in Netflix. I forgot the name, and it was showing. All of it was in Morocco, and it was showing like the Moroccan culture.
Oh, amazing!
Moroccan cities. I forgot about it. I had the name in my mind.
We will pop it in the caption. Oh yeah, no matter where you're watching it, we'll pop it in the caption for you.
I'll send you the name later. I loved it. Like the whole movie showing Morocco, different cities.
Oh, brilliant.
You know, like old towns, simple things.
Yeah.
So I would advise for that.
Fantastic. Okay, so there's a lot for people to look into. So before we wrap, I've got a game for you, but I want to ask you one more question. What's next for you?
I'm working on a new collection that's gonna drop very soon.
Yes, you have a fashion brand. Oh my gosh, I never even brought this up. I'm such a bad interviewer. Talk to us.
So basically, I did after like while studying, I was even working. Up to Corona, I was like, I cannot do office job anymore. No, enough is enough. And in Corona, a lot of people, you know, they got creative, and I was like, I have to come up with something I'm passionate about, and I am passionate about fashion and clothing, especially in my lifestyle. I go out a lot, and you know, if you go out a lot and you do that lifestyle, you don't have to repeat clothes and everything. So every time you need something new. And lots of people ask me, where did you buy this from? So I think I have a good sense of fashion. I came up with the brand, and you know, like I started working on it and everything. Up to now, this is what I do. And yeah, a new collection is coming your way.
Oh, so exciting. Can you give us any sort of like teasers on what could be
I think I'm gonna drop first gym clothing, because recently I've been focusing a lot on gym and pattern and everything. Sets, because I love sets a lot, because it's easy. Bag, shoes, done. You know, you
Oh,
don't even
brilliant.
have to mix and match. And evening dresses.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
When's the first drop going to come? Can you give us an exclusive?
Gym, I think within 10 days. Gym close within 10 days.
So by the middle of November,
Yeah.
guys. We're filming this in early November, so middle of November, just before Black Friday.
Oh, yeah.
Fantastic.
Gonna drop with the sale.
So, Haja, we're coming to the end of things now, and I have one game for you which I've designed myself. It's called Face Cards. Now, unfortunately, for those who are listening, you're going to have to head over to our YouTube, Instagram, or TikTok to watch her play this game. I've made this personally, it's an exclusive game just for her. So, please head over if you want to watch Haja play Face Cards here on Think You Know. So we have reached our time. Haja, I want to say thank you so much for joining me here on Think You Know. Thank you so much for sharing more about you, about your culture, about Morocco, about your representation, and thank you for humouring me with the face cards today. Please just give the people a little bit about you. Where can they find you? What have you got going on?
Wait for my new collection. Follow me on Instagram or TikTok, Snapchat. I have the same username there, .hajar23. I love you a lot and enjoy.
And another huge thank you from me. You can follow the podcast at Think You Know Podcast on Instagram and TikTok. You can also find us on Apple, YouTube, and Spotify. And a huge thank you for the team here at Dialight for lending us the studio. Haja, thank you so much again for your time. And I will see you guys in the next episode.
Going
Bye.
to have my couscous.